Hi, welcome to Creatively Montessori. Today we're going to do a lesson with long vowel sorting. So we have cards, but you could use the movable alphabet if you wanted for A, E, I, O, U. At this point, the child has already mastered, obviously, short vowel sorting, and they're doing long vowel sorting. So this is pretty far into the language series. They're already reading short vowel books and they're doing well. So this lesson doesn't tend to be very hard for them. One of the things I like about this work is that you can do it with pictures if you need to, but I of course like objects if you have them. So I do, when I present it, put them in alphabetical order. The child won't necessarily, and that's fine. It's also a great way to build vocabulary. And so as the child's getting out each object, they're just saying in their head or saying out loud what the object is so they can hear that long vowel sound. And then when the child's done laying it out, I will show you what I do to kind of reinforce the work and add another layer of language reinforcement when the child's done laying it out. So I would do this initially. The child would do it with me. It wouldn't be a completely solo presentation in terms of me doing it and the child watching. Oftentimes the child won't know what something is. You know, there's a tube and a fuse. Most children wouldn't know what a fuse is.
Rice.
This is a sign.
Blue.
So I'd usually be involved in lessons, and the child, either I would notice that they were finished, or they might come and say, hey, I'm finished, and this is not, I'm checking your work, it's right or it's wrong. It's an opportunity for me to engage with the child to, again, kind of reinforce the concept. So I see that you laid out all the objects. There are no more objects in the basket. Which letter, which long vowel sound would you like to start with? A. Okay, let's start with A. Tell me what objects have the long A sound.
Cage.
Cage.
Nail polish.
Nail polish.
Lace.
Lace.
Whale.
Whale.
Pail.
Pail. Do you have one of those that's your favorite?
Whale.
The whale is your favorite. The whale is pretty cute. Pretty cute. Which one would you like to do next? The E. Great. Go ahead and tell me what the E objects are.
Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Seal. Bead. Green. Teapot.
Yes. Do you have a favorite kind of cheese?
Cheddar.
Cheddar. Do you know what kind of cheese has holes in it like that? I know Swiss cheese has holes in it like that. Maybe that's a type of Swiss cheese. We have lacing work that looks like that, don't we? Where we put the little mouse through the cheese holes. That's how I would engage with the child with this work, where it would be a back and forth conversation. The follow-up to this work is this could be it. They could put it away and get it out another day. The more often they worked with this, they might decide that they wanted to write these down in a list format to take it home and show the people they live with. It might be that they dictate a sentence using an object for both, and I write it down. So I might say, pick one of the E objects, and they might tell me, my grandma makes tea in her teapot, and I would write that down. The child could absolutely write that down with the movable alphabet or on paper. But again, my expectation for a child at this age, 4 to 5 years old, would not be that they would spell all of those words correctly. My goal would be that they would spell it phonetically, that I could understand what the sentence said without them telling me. But again, I don't want the sentence writing to be a hindrance to the child improving their language skills. So I am completely okay with the child dictating a sentence to me. And then, I might leave a word that I highlight and they trace over, or I leave one of the words. And again, like seal is a good example of seal and bead follow the same pattern, that those are EA, where the E does the talking. So I might have them anticipate, how do you think those are spelled? And you can do that with a lot of those words. I hope you enjoyed the lesson on long vowel sorting. I hope that you give our video a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to Creatively Montessori if you have not already. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the long U objects. We have unicorn, cube, tube, fuse, and blue. I'd love to hear what you think about the long U sounds in the comments section below. Thanks for joining us.